Every night before going to bed, 6-year-old Leo would look up at the stars in the sky and dream of going to faraway lands. He would imagine playing with children from different countries and learning about their games, foods, and songs. One day, while looking at a map, Leo noticed that our world is a big place made up of many countries. He learned that there are different people, cultures, languages, and most importantly, different kids in different parts of the world. Leo was very excited at this discovery. He took out his globe and started spinning it. As it spun, he closed his eyes and imagined visiting every country and playing with the kids there. When he visited South America, he played the game of Tijo with the kids. It's a game in which two teams take turns throwing a small metal disc at a target. The team whose disc lands closest to the target gets points. Leo thought the game was very fun, and the kids were very skilled at it. Then Leo traveled to Japan and played the game of Go with the Japanese kids. Go is an ancient board game that originated in China. The game is played on a grid board with stones. The goal of the game is to surround more territory than your opponent. Leo found the game very interesting and challenging, and he enjoyed playing it with the Japanese kids. Next, Leo went to Africa, where he played a traditional game called Mancala. Mancala is a game played with stones or seeds and a board with several holes. The goal of the game is to be the first player to get all of your stones into a central area. Leo thought the game was very fun, and he liked the rhythm and chanting that accompanied the game. As he continued his journey around the world, Leo learned many other games from the kids in each country. He learned how to play the Scottish game of shinty, which is similar to hockey. He learned the Egyptian game of Mayhan, which is an ancient board game that has been compared to snakes and ladders. And he even learned the Inuit game of Aningwa, which is a hand game that involves slapping your knees and saying rhymes. All the games were very fun, but Leo had a favorite, the African game of knots and crosses, noughts. And crosses is a game played on a board with 3 lines and 3 columns. 2 players take turns placing their marks in the empty spaces until one player gets 3 of their marks in a row, column, or diagonal. Leo enjoyed the game because it required strategy and skill to win. After playing all these games, Leo was hungry and thirsty. So he asked the kids in each country what they liked to eat and drink. In South America, he tried a traditional dish called arepas, which is a type of cornbread that can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. He also tried a fruit juice made from pineapple, papaya, and guava. In Japan, he ate a dish called sushi, which is a type of rice dish that includes seafood, vegetables, or fruit. He also drank a green tea, which is a type of tea that is made from green tea leaves. In Africa, he ate a traditional dish called fufu, which is a type of boiled and mashed root vegetable. He also tried a fruit juice made from mango, banana, and coconut water. Overall, Leo had a great time playing with the kids, learning about their games, foods, and songs. He realized that although we may be different, we can all get along and have fun together. The next day, Leo woke up feeling refreshed and happy. He couldn't wait to go to school and tell his friends about his amazing dream. But when he got to school, he noticed something. His classmates were all arguing, and no one was playing or sharing. They were divided into groups, and each group was only playing with other kids who were from the same country as them. Leo was sad to see that his classmates weren't being respectful towards one another, so he decided to do something about it. He went up to his classmates and asked them why they weren't getting along. They told him that they didn't want to play with kids from other countries because they were different. Leo didn't understand this, so he decided to show them what he had learnt the night before. He started by teaching them a song he had learnt in Africa. Then he taught them how to play it. At first, his classmates weren't very interested, but as they started to learn the game, they began to enjoy it. Soon, all the kids were laughing and playing together. They forgot that they were from different countries, and they made new friends. From that day on, Leo's classmates respected one another and they celebrated their differences. They continued to learn about other cultures, and they became best friends. The end. Once upon a time, in a coral reef, there was a beautiful red fish. It had shiny scales that glittered like rubies and a tail as elegant as a flamenco dancer's skirt. Now, this red fish was proud of its color. It thought it was the most beautiful shade in the entire ocean. One day, the red fish met a blue fish. It swam up to him and said, "Hey Blue, why are you such a boring color? You're so plain and ordinary. Look at me, I'm the one who really stands out." The blue fish, who was peaceful and calm, just smiled at the red fish's rudeness. "You may think I'm boring, but being blue is awesome too. You're the one who's too loud and flashy. I'm more chill and mysterious, and my color lets me blend in with the ocean depths. That's way cooler than your loud and proud red." The red fish couldn't believe what it was hearing. How can you call yourself cool when you read just a copy of the sky and the water? There's no originality there. Being red is so much more fun. Everyone loves red. It's the color of excitement and passion. The blue fish sighed, realizing that arguing with someone like this would be pointless. "Well, if you like being red so much, then keep it." "I don't want it anyway," he said with a smirk. And with that, the blue fish used its powerful tail and shot off into the coral heads, leaving the red fish behind. For a moment, the red fish was stunned. No one had ever rejected its offer to be something else before. Usually, all the other fish were jealous of its magnificent color. But this blue fish seemed not to care at all. As the red fish swam along, it noticed a group of clownfish darting between the anemones. "Hey, clownfish, why are you hiding? Come out and be red like me. You'll be the most colorful fish in the whole sea," it shouted. The clownfish peeked out from their hiding spots, their orange scales shimmering in the sunlight. "Thanks for the offer, Red, but we like being fish." Our job is to bring laughter and joy to everyone around us, and our colors help us do that. So, thanks for the offer, but no thanks, they replied in unison. The red fish felt a surge of anger. How dare these fish reject it? It continued swimming, feeling sad and misunderstood. All it wanted was to share its beauty with the other fish, but they didn't appreciate it. Suddenly, the red fish spotted something unusual. It was a small fish, no bigger than the red fish's eye, and it was glowing a beautiful rainbow color. The red fish swam closer and asked, "What's your secret? Why are you so brilliantly colored?" The little fish looked up at the red fish and said, "I'm a moonfish, and my scales reflect the colors of the moon and the stars. They change with the tides and the seasons. What about you, red fish? What makes you you?" The red fish thought for a moment. It looked at its bright red scales and realized that they didn't have any special meaning. It was just born that way. Feeling ashamed for how it had treated the other fish, the red fish apologized. "I'm sorry I was so mean to you. I didn't realize that each of us is special in our own way." The moonfish smiled and said, "It's okay, red fish. We all learn and grow every day. But now let me show you something truly amazing." With that, the moonfish dove deep into the coral heads and the red fish followed closely behind. As they swam deeper, the light from above started to fade away and the water grew colder. The red fish shivered and wished it could turn back. Suddenly, the moonfish stopped and turned to face the red fish. Its scales were glowing brighter than ever before, illuminating the darkness around them. "Look, red fish, do you see all these colors? This is the most beautiful thing I can do. I can bring light into the darkest places." The red fish stared in awe at the moonfish's beautiful display. It had never thought that being a different color could be so wonderful. Just then, a blue fish from earlier swam past them. It saw the moonfish's glowing scales and exclaimed, "Wow, I didn't know blue could shine like that. That's incredible." The moonfish smiled and said, "Being a different color doesn't make anyone better or worse. We all have our own unique gifts and talents. It's what makes each of us special." The blue fish nodded in agreement. "I think you're right, moonfish and hay. Red, maybe being red isn't so bad after all," it said with a wink. The red fish laughed and realized that the blue fish was right. Being red didn't make it better than anyone else, it just made it different. And that was perfectly okay. From that day on, the red fish became friends with the blue fish and the moonfish. They played hide-and-seek among the coral heads, with the blue fish using its camouflage skills to disappear into the coral. The red fish used its bright color to find the best hiding spots for the clownfish, who giggled and darted out to surprise the others. And the moonfish, well, it just glowed and made the whole reef sparkle with its magic. One day, a storm raged through the coral reef. The wind howled, the waves crashed, and the little fish hid in the coral heads. The red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish huddled together, watching the storm outside. "I'm scared," whispered the red fish. The storm was so big and scary, it made the red fish feel small and insignificant. The moonfish placed a comforting fin on the red fish's shoulder and said, "Don't be afraid, red fish, we're here for you. And besides, a storm can't last forever. After the rain comes sunshine." As if on cue, the clouds parted and a ray of sunshine peeked through the waves. The red, blue, and rainbow colors swirled together in a beautiful beam of light. The three friends looked at each other and smiled. They knew that no matter what challenges they faced in the future, they would always have each other's support. And that's what made their friendship so strong. After the storm, the reef was a little worse for wear, but the fish were all safe and sound. They started cleaning up the debris and helping each other out. The red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish worked side by side, their different colors making them an amazing team. They realized that their differences were what made them special and that they could perhaps accomplish more together than they could alone. From that day on, the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish continued to explore the coral reef. They made new friends, had exciting adventures, and learned valuable lessons. They knew that no matter what challenges they faced, they could overcome them by working together and respecting each other's differences. So, if you're ever feeling down because you're different, remember the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish. Celebrate your uniqueness and embrace what makes you special, because it's what makes you you. Many years passed and the young fish grew old. Their colors faded, but their friendship remained strong. One day, as they sat together watching the sunset over the horizon, the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish knew that their time had come. It was their time to pass on the reef to the next generation. They gathered all the young fish together and told them stories about their adventures and the importance of friendship and respecting differences. The young fish listened intently, hanging on to every word. When the old fish finished their stories, the young fish cheered and thanked them for the wisdom and guidance. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish swam off to the coral heads, knowing that they had done all they could to help the next generation of fish. Their legacy would live on in the hearts and minds of the young fish, and that gave them peace as they entered the great beyond. The story of the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish serves as a reminder to us all to appreciate the beauty in diversity and to cherish our differences. Each of us is unique and special in our own way, and it's our differences that make us so amazing. So let's all strive to be like the red fish, the blue fish, and the moonfish, embracing what makes us different and working together to make the world a better place.
Hello dear colleagues, I welcome you to this channel where we read, discuss, and learn from each other's stories. And today, we have such a touching story that will teach us about the importance of kindness, compassion, and helping those in need. So, get ready to dive into the world of this extraordinary experience and discover the values that make us truly human. In a quaint little house, surrounded by a lush, green garden, there lived a young boy named Jack. Every day after school, Jack would rush to his garden, eager to explore its hidden nooks and crannies. It was his sanctuary, a place where he could be himself and escape the pressures of everyday life. One afternoon, while playing hide-and-seek with his friends, Jack stumbled upon something unusual. Tucked away in a secluded corner of the garden was a small bird that had fallen from its nest. Its tiny body was trembling, and its eyes were filled with fear and pain. Without hesitation, Jack rushed to the bird's aid. Gently, he picked it up and cradled it in his hands. Its delicate feathers were ruffled, and its breathing was shallow, indicating that it had suffered a serious injury. "Don't worry, little bird," whispered Jack softly, his voice filled with concern. "I'm going to help you." With newfound determination, Jack knew he had to act fast. He carefully examined the bird, trying to assess the extent of its injuries. Its wings seemed to be bent at an unnatural angle, and blood trickled down its tiny body, staining its once vibrant feathers. As a young boy with a heart full of empathy, Jack knew that he couldn't just leave the bird to suffer. Instead, he made a decision that would change both their lives forever. Jack ran into his house, his mind racing with ideas. He needed to do something to help the bird. But what? As he searched for a solution, his eyes fell upon an old birdcage that his grandfather had left in the attic. It was dusty and cobwebbed, but Jack saw it as a beacon of hope. With renewed determination, he carried the cage downstairs, each step echoing his resolve to save the bird. Gently, he placed the cage on a table, creating a temporary shelter for the injured creature. But there was still one crucial thing missing: food and water. Jack knew that the bird needed nourishment, but what could he offer it? Suddenly, his gaze fell upon a plate of cookies that his mother had baked earlier that day. An idea sparked in his mind. Carefully, he took one of the cookies and broke it into smaller pieces, creating a bird-sized feast. He then placed the cookie crumbs inside the cage, hoping that the bird would eat them. However, there was another pressing concern: the bird's injuries. Its broken wing needed attention, and Jack knew he had to act quickly. With gentle hands, he lifted the bird and examined its wing. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Jack knew that he needed professional help. He ran to the telephone and dialed a number, his voice shaking slightly as he explained the situation to his mother. Hearing her son's distressed voice, his mother wasted no time in responding. She rushed home, her footsteps echoing her concern. Upon seeing the injured bird, she knew that Jack had found more than just a lost pet. It was a chance to teach him about compassion and responsibility. Together, Jack and his mother embarked on a journey to heal the bird. They took it to a nearby veterinarian who examined it with a mixture of admiration and concern. The vet praised Jack for his kindness and quick thinking, explaining that he had saved the bird's life by bringing it in so quickly. The bird was given pain medication and antibiotics, and its wing was set to heal properly. Over the next few days, Jack visited the bird regularly, bringing it food and water and talking to it in a soothing voice. He named the bird Lucky, hoping that its name would signify the new chance at life that he had given it. As the days turned into weeks, Lucky began to show signs of recovery. Its breathing became stronger, and its eyes regained their sparkle. Jack's heart soared with joy, knowing that his efforts were paying off. However, they soon realized that Lucky wasn't ready to fly back to its nest just yet. Its wings still needed time to heal, and the vet advised them to keep Lucky for a few more weeks until it was strong enough. Determined to provide the best care possible, Jack and his mother built a cozy nest in a spare bedroom, complete with soft blankets and plenty of food. They took turns watching over Lucky, ensuring that it never felt alone or scared. One sunny afternoon, as Lucky was taking a bath, Jack noticed something peculiar. The bird was singing, its melody echoing through the room like a song of gratitude. Touched by the beautiful sound, Jack understood that Lucky was thanking him for saving its life. As the weeks passed, Lucky continued to improve. Its wing had healed, and its strength and agility returned. Each day, it would flap its wings, testing its strength and getting ready for its eventual return to the wild. Jack would sit by the window, watching Lucky soar through the sky, its freedom filling him with both happiness and a touch of sadness. He had grown fond of the bird and would miss its cheerful presence. As the day of Lucky's release approached, Jack knew it was the right thing to do. he had nursed the bird back to health, and it was now ready to live its life in the wild. On that day, Jack and his family gathered in the garden where they had first found Lucky. With a mix of excitement and sadness, they watched as the bird took flight, its wings carrying it higher and higher into the sky. As Lucky disappeared into the vast expanse above them, Jack felt a sense of accomplishment wash over him. He had saved Lucky's life and helped it return to its natural habitat. From that day on, Jack continued to explore the wonders of nature in his garden. He had learned that even the smallest act of kindness could make a significant impact on someone else's life, no matter how big or small. And whenever he heard the sweet melody of a songbird, he knew that somewhere out there, Lucky was singing its joyful tune, thanking him for giving it a second chance at life. So why do you ante? We pause here for a moment and reflect on the valuable lessons and insights this story has shared with us. What did you find most intriguing or thought-provoking about the young boy's journey of compassion and healing? Feel free to share your thoughts and any relevant experiences you may have had in the comments below. Your comments are highly valued and can lead to insightful discussions among all of us. Now let's take a moment to delve into the deeper meaning of the story. The young boy's act of kindness towards the injured bird goes beyond a simple charitable deed. It becomes a transformative experience that shapes his character and teaches him profound life lessons. First and foremost, the story highlights the significance of empathy and compassion. The young boy's ability to connect with the bird on an emotional level, understanding its fear and pain, is what drives him to help. It reminds us that true kindness comes from recognizing the feelings of others and responding with understanding and care. Furthermore, the story emphasizes the importance of responsibility. Once the boy takes the initiative to save the bird, he doesn't just think about his own immediate actions. He considers the bird's long-term well-being, ensuring it receives proper medical attention and care until it can return to its natural habitat. This teaches us that being kind involves not only immediate gestures, but also a commitment to follow through and make a lasting impact. Moreover, the boy's determination and perseverance are commendable. Faced with the challenge of caring for an injured bird, he doesn't shy away from the hard work and dedication required. He works tirelessly, both physically and emotionally, to nurse the bird back to health, demonstrating the power of commitment and resilience in the face of adversity. Finally, the story underscores the transformative power of helping others. The bond between the young boy and the bird goes beyond a simple human-animal connection. It becomes a catalyst for personal growth and selflessness. Through his act of kindness, the boy not only saves the bird's life, but also discovers the immense satisfaction and fulfillment that come from making a positive difference in the world. So when you encounter situations where you can show kindness and compassion towards others, whether it's helping a wounded animal, supporting a friend in need, or lending a hand to a stranger, remember the young boy's example. Embrace the responsibility, show determination, and persevere in your efforts. By doing so, you'll not only benefit those around you, but also enrich your own life with the profound rewards of helping others. And if you liked this story, please hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. Also, please share it with your loved ones. Until next time, my dear colleagues, stay kind, stay compassionate, and always remember the power of a helping hand. Thank you for watching, and take care.